Hey, cousin. So, Pastor Morris that resigned yesterday. Remember, I did the article that he resigned. I was in bed. It was about around 9. I got up and did the article last night that he resigned. Remember that? Well, remember how I was asking, did the church elders knew that there was a victim? And I asked the question. I said, if Pastor Morris started the church in 2005 and the victim filed a lawsuit in 2005, if the Pastor Morris started the church in 2000, the victim filed a lawsuit in 2005, how come the elders didn't know? Remember that? Well, honey, come to find out, the victim responded to the elders and said the elders are lying. They knew. Huh? And she got the receipts, cousin. She got the receipts that the crooked lying elders knew that their pastor was a predator. That's what she said. She said they knew he was a predator. So we're going to read this article from the Christian Post where she said the elders knew. And if I remember correctly, I'm going to do some research tomorrow when I'm sitting in the dentist's office, Michael. But the lawyer who is responding now is the same lawyer that Morris had in 2005. I am also learning that the victim lawyer was grandson to Billy Graham. Remember Evangelist Billy Graham? According to what I'm reading and hearing, is her lawyer was the grandson of Billy Graham. So my thing is, this young woman has been trying to get the word out about this crooked pastor for years, okay? So happy Wednesday. Check out the live I did earlier today. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get into this article because, girl, I was laid out on the couch enjoying the New Jersey summer breeze. And then this popped up and I was like, I got to tell the cousins. Got to tell the cousins. Okay. So it says, this is a Christian Post. Shout out to the Christian Post. Robert Morris accuser says Gateway Church knew of his crime, questions planned investigation. Hours after Gateway Church officials in Texas announced the resignation of founder Robert Morris Tuesday and said he did not know all the facts after Sydney Clemishire accused him of SA abusing her over multiple years in the 1980s, beginning when she was 12. The 54-year-old grandmother claims the church is not being truthful and wants Morris' entire time at the megachurch to be scoured for more victims. Trust and believe there are more victims, okay? Trust and believe, because predators don't just go away. Predators don't just predatorize one victim and go sit on down. That's who they are. He's a predator. He's a child predator. There are many more children out there, and they need to go investigate his own kids and his grandchildren. The leadership of Gateway received actual notice of this crime in 2005. Remember that? She filed a lawsuit in 2005. The leadership of Gateway received actual notice of this crime in 2005 when I sent an email directly to Robert Morris's Gateway email address. Former Gateway elder Tom Lane received and responded to my email acknowledging that the SA abuse began on December 5th, 1982, when I was 12 years old. Clemishire said in a statement released Tuesday night by her attorney, Boz. Yes, sir, you. Okay. I ain't even going to try to pronounce that name, child. Again, in 2007, my attorney, Gentner Drummond, again, in 2007, my then attorney, Gentner Drummond, the current Attorney General of Oklahoma, she know people in high places, sent a letter to Robert Morris with the hope that he would help reimburse me for the thousands of dollars I had expended in counseling as a result of this abuse. His attorney acknowledged the dates as well, and then attempting to blame me for the abuse, she insisted, at the very least, both the Gateway pastor and at least one elder had specific notice that I was SA beginning when I was 12 years old. Gateway had the information, but intentionally decided to embrace the false narrative of Robert Morris wanted to believe. Remember, I was saying how, you know, when he confessed his moral failure, he said a young woman. So he said a young woman. Nobody's questioning how old the young woman was. Apparently, all of that was a lie. After Clemishire publicly alleged last week that Morris abused her as a preteen girl, Morris, 62, admitted to the Christian Post in an early statement that he had engaged in inappropriate behavior with a young lady while he was a pastor at another church in his early 20s, but he did not name his accuser or disclose her age at the time the abuse began. When I was in my early 20s, I was involved in inappropriate behavior with a young lady in a home where I was staying. It was kissing and petting and not intercourse, but it was wrong. This behavior happened on several occasions every time over the next 3 years, Morris said. In March of 1987, the situation was brought to light and it was confessed and repented of. I submitted myself to the elders of Shady Grove Church and the young lady's father. They asked me to step out of ministry and receive counseling and freedom ministry, which I did. Since the time, I have walked in purity and accountability. And no, we need to find out. We don't believe nothing you say. No, apparently the Shady Grove Church split off from Shady Grove, and Morris started Gateway. Okay. In their statement Tuesday, the elders at Gateway Church told CP that they believe Morris was fully transparent about his past and that he had been biblically restored to ministry after allegedly stepping away for a questionable period of 2 years. He reported in his 2000 book, Dream to Destiny, that he returned to ministry just 1 month. Oh, so 1 month? Shh, child. After the Lord orchestrated the circumstance for me to step out of ministry at the time, Morris admitted he was struggling with pride. Regretfully, prior to Friday, sorry, y'all, I'm sitting on the couch, stuff not stable. Okay, regretfully, prior to Friday, June 4th, the elders did not have all the facts of the inappropriate relationship between Morris and the victim, including her age at the time and the length of the abuse. The elders' prior understand was that Morris' extramarital relationship, which he had discussed many times throughout his marriage, was with a young lady and not abuse of a 12-year-old child, the elders explained, even though it occurred many years ago before Gateway was established. You'll see how they said before Gateway was established. As leaders of the church, we regret that we did not have the information that we now have. We are heartbroken and appalled by what has come to light over the past 2 years, and we express our deep sympathy to the victim and our family's elders. In the announcement, Morris' resignation, Gateway Church elders said that they have returned the law firm of Haynes and Boom LLP. Now, I'm going to go back because isn't this the same lawyer who told the girl no for the $50,000? Isn't that the same one? I'm going to go back and read the other article. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go back and read it. Boone, right? Boone LLP to conduct an independent thorough any professional review of the report of past abuse to ensure we have completely understand of the events of 1982. No. The whole time he's been a pastor. The firm has expertise in more than 40 major legal practices area, according to its website, including crisis management. Clemishire highlighted the firm's expertise in helping their clients with immediate and long-term strategies necessary to mitigate financial and reputable loss and stabilize in a crisis situation. That does not appear to be an independent investigation, and this deeply concerns me, she argued. She also supported her lawyer called for Gateway Church to broaden the scope of the investigation into Morris' time leading the congregation. Just days ago, the Gateway elders released a statement saying since the resolution of the 35-year-old matter, there have been no other moral failures. You don't know that because he didn't tell you the whole truth, sir. So how can you say that? Now that they have allegedly just learned that he was being untruthful, why limit the investigation to his conduct between 1982 and 1997? Why not expand the investigation to his entire tenure at Gateway? Her lawyer asks. Also, why have they retained a law firm that specialized in crisis management? The lawyer told USA Today that he is exploring all options legal, but because the state statute of limitation in place in the late 1980s for SA abuse was fairly short, Morris cannot face criminal or civil charges, at least civil. This just demonstrates the absolute importance of statute of limitation reform, both in criminal and civil cases. The lawyer told the publication, when somebody is traumatized as a child, for many, it takes decades to process that trauma to even be ready to speak out to do something about it. Clemishire said on Tuesday that she is grateful Morris has resigned, but she believes he has more victims. I believe so. This is just the beginning. I wholeheartedly and sadly believe I am not the only victim. I encourage anyone who have been victimized by a leader at Gateway Church to take the bold step forward and say something. She said, now is the time. Please know that you will be supported and will not walk this journey alone. I hope they pray that the leadership of Gateway will echo the encouragement, knowing that this can be an opportunity to find the truth while providing help and restitution to the victims. And I was reading something else that said Morris was supposed to resign next year, and his son was supposed to take over the church. So he was at retirement age anyways. Well, I want to know from the son, did your father SAU? Huh? Son, I hope you go take your children to get them tested to see if their grandfather abused them. Predators abuse ladies. What I keep telling y'all, huh? What I tell you? Liars lie. Thieves, thieves. Predators predatorize. Criminals commit crimes. Thieves steal. This is why you don't date them, and for God's sake, don't marry them. Alcoholics get drunk. For God's sake, don't marry them, and please don't have no children with them. So we're going to pray that all the victims of Gateway and wherever else come out and tell us what this predator did to them. And his wife, shame on you. You need to go talk to your children and your grandchildren, because I'm sure he was hurting them too. Talk about he has walked in moral. You don't know what this man has done. You don't know. He's a predator. He's a predator. Lord. All right. Well, anyways, if anybody else, any church, the pastor being inappropriate with you, go ahead, go on down to the police, okay? And for those of you in the body, everybody's pastors being exposed. I told you I had the dream. 2020, God lifting up white robes, say he's going to expose pastor. Let this be a warning for all of us. Get your stuff in order. Get your house in order. Repent of your sins. And if you need to turn yourself into the police, go ahead and turn yourself in. I love you. I love you. Hopefully I ain't got to come back no more tonight, girl. But I'm laying on this couch just relaxing, enjoying the breeze. And, just, relax and watch a little TV. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.